from the Xfinity Studios at WVON. We're your original social media. You're listening to Night Blues with Sir Henry Cheatham on 1690, The Talk of Chicago.
Sir Henry, I have Saturdays set aside just for you in classic blues and R&B, Papi.
This is music with a feeling on classic blues and R&B. WVON 1690.
Well, any time is a good time.
On WVON.
Hey! Like right now. Wow!
Every Saturday night, about sundown, country people in wagons coming from miles around, drinking cold liquor from a mason-proof jar. Old man played turkey, plucking that good old catfishing homemade brew. I got me some butter beans. Every Saturday night. Every Saturday night. And as long as I'm able, my head gets so bad, I'll be so tore down. Big feature. Good old catfishing homemade brew. I got me some butter beans. Oh, every Saturday night. Monday morning is a day of love. Tuesday, I got a milk cow. Y'all know about that, don't you? Wednesday, I got a working dog. Thursday, I got a slaughter hog and I ain't even shaved by it. Friday, Girls, what's the sixth day of the week? Well, Friday. Now, when it's done, realize night before Saturday come. Good old big dog.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. Good day to you, coming to you live from the studios of WVON here in Chicago, Illinois, in the middle part of North America. As I always tell you, Canadian. The Canadian border is north of us. Yeah, we got some people that don't know north from south anyway. But anyway, the Canadian border is north of us, and it stretches all the way across to the western part of the United States. Mexico is to the south of us, and hell, in the south, it goes by too, to the bottom of us. So we're here in the middle of North America, and we're doing our thing as we do each and every Saturday night. We're broadcasting to you live here on Chicago's WVON. We're here from 11 p.m. until 2 a.m., playing for you the best in the music of the U.S. of A. Classic Blues and R&B is the name of the program. I'm your host, Sir Henry Cheatham. Yeah, that's me. I am the guy who's going to be talking the smack. We up and running on the internet at WVON.com. We're also on iHeartRadio. We're doing our thing there, you know. And we up and running on Ustream. You can look at this handsome guy over there. He's a nice-looking guy, very, very attractive guy. You know, he ain't cocky. He's just good-looking. You know, y'all think he's cocky, you know. We want to welcome you to our program, Classic Blues and R&B. When you get here, you know you found the right spot. The great call letters with a legacy and a history, WVON, 1690 AM. This is the Classic Blues juke joint. Here you get the real American music, real blues, real soul, real rhythm and blues, and anything else, you know, that you may want to hear that is American music. Yeah, we'll play some country if you call and request it, you know. Blues, beer, and barbecue is the real American red, white, and blue. Don't forget that now. Blues, beer, and barbecue. That's it. All of that. Now, you know, you get you some blues, you start drinking you some some beer or moonshine or what have you, and the next thing you know, you get you some barbecue. You kill you a pig. You roast him. Yeah, make some nice, good sauce, and there you go. You spin it out, you know. That's what makes great American music. You know, so we're glad to have you join us here. Got my man, Brother Gerald Britz Jr. On the other side of the room. He is helping me out over there. He's turning the dials, making sure everything sounds all right. Should, anyway. If it don't sound good, hey, folks, don't look at me, look at him. Just tell me about it, and I'll deal with him on that, you know. WVON always wants you to get social by going to Facebook.com/WVON1690. Also on Twitter at WVON1690 and on Instagram at WVON1690. You can always text WVON to 88474, and you can reach us here in the studio by dialing 773 591-1690. Having a little bit of fun, folks. A little down today. A little bit down. Lost a good friend of my family. Very nice man. He's a young man, young family. You know, so that's kind of get you down, but you still have to try to keep the old wheel rolling there. You have to keep everything going, you know. Classic Blues want you to like us on Facebook by going to Classic Blues, you know, Facebook.com, of course, and like our page at Classic Blues and RB. That's Classic Blues and RB. And follow us on Twitter at WVON Henry. And subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Henry CB6175. That's youtube.com/Henry CB6175. We post our programs up there. You can download them and take them with you wherever you go, and you can enjoy them wherever you are. You know, in whatever part of the house you're in or whatever part of the car you're in, you can take us with you and enjoy. Yep, it's another week, another situation. You know, as I said, when we lost a good friend of ours. Also, want to send our condolences out to the Reverend Ronnie Taylor's family, Johnny Taylor, Rebecca. Want to send our condolences and our prayers out to them. Mr. Joe Sims, want to send our prayers and condolences out to that family. These are people that we know on a local basis. Brother Joe Sims, he's a good man. I've known him for a while. He's also a friend of our family, he and his family, especially his wife and he. You know, we went to church together there. Send our condolences out to them. And we want to also send our condolences out to the Edwin Hawkins family. Most of you know him, or know that family. You know, he had brothers and sisters that also did some singing. They come out of the church out there in the California, L.A. region, the Bay Area of California. So we're going to, send our condolences out to them as well, you know. It's always good, folks, to get up in here, though. You never know. That's why you have to enjoy life. See, they had a uterus, a bunch of uterus out there trying to squeeze us out, man. I'm telling you, these chicks, man. Yeah, I said chicks. See, I happen to like ladies. I enjoy them, enjoy looking at them, enjoy talking to them. That's why I'm a part of this great brotherhood, the national. Hell, they said no. What the hell are they? They gave me the official name too. Hey, you go, Miss Ann. How you doing? The old Magnolia boys up in here. You get ready to talk a little smack tonight. Folks, I want you to remember that ignorance is the most costly crop that any community can produce. And I tell you, there is a whole bunch of it. Y'all may think the president is full of garbage, but I don't think he is on a lot of this stuff. There is a such thing as fake news. The Russians ain't got a damn thing to do with nothing we're doing. The Russians didn't vote for President Trump. The Americans voted for him. You know, so as I always say, I am much happier to see him there than to see the dictator, Bloomberg. Yes, Lordy. When you talk about a dictator, he would, there's no telling what that chump would have done. You know, you talk about everybody always as if Hitler is the worst something on earth. But hell, he would be just as bad. You know, you talk to people in Russia, they say Stalin was bad. You talk to me, I might tell you that Ross R. Barnett was bad, which he was. You know, Wallace and all them bastards, you know. So, you know, that's where we are. So, to me, the most uninformed group out there, when you hear me talk about ignorance, the most uninformed group out there is that Congressional Black Caucus. They got all the power. They can be making all kind of stuff, all kind of laws that are good for the Negro community and for America. What's good for the Negro is good for America, you know. And they could be doing a lot of things. What the hell are they doing? They're worried about DACA. Who cares about DACA? You know, DACA has something. That's something different. That's part of the integration story. You got to deal with that. Somebody has to. President Trump, what the hell? Obama didn't. He didn't. He faked them out. The Democrats faked everybody out on that. So, but the Congressional Black Caucus, folks, they have a lot of power, and they don't even know what to do with it. They're out there bidding for everyone else but their constituents. And their constituents, folks, 9 times out of 10, they look like me. Yeah, that's what they look like. But they're doing everyone else's bidding. You don't hear anything. You don't hear anything from any of them out there, not even the great Judge Hastings, ones whom I have a great deal of respect for. But anyway, folks, I want to say hi to a few people out there before we get into the show. I want to say hi to Mr. Ron and his wife, Miss Rochelle. I want to say hi to them. Met them over at the Point. We had a good show last night over at Montford Point Marine Ball, folks. So those of you who missed it, hey, you missed it. But we'll be back over there doing more stuff. I was the MC for it. It was a very good show. A lot of people seem to like it. Something that hopefully we get a chance to do more often over there with Sam Cockrell and the Brothers of the Ghetto. They were over there. They also will be coming up this weekend at Taste of Entertainment Center on 6331 South Low over at be Sam Cockrell was in his band, Brothers of the Ghetto Band. Herman Finkley, who was here on the show last week. Sir Duke will be there, great musician. Miss Munchie, Mr. Dion, and D-Man, the comedian. And of course, the MC will be the great one, Sir Henry Cheatham of WVON Classic Blues and R&B. So you folks come on out and join us. That's next Saturday night over there at Taste Entertainment. We're going to then have a good time. Yep, want to do that. Want to say hi to Miss Martha Ramirez, way down in El Paso, Texas. Want to say hi to you. Say hello to Brother Forrest. Want to say hi to my man Solomon out there in Denver, Colorado. He said, I ain't from Denver. I'm from a suburb. You know, like somebody's from Harvey, right? All right, folks, here we go. We'll chat more as we go through the program tonight. We're going to get the program kicked off tonight with, I thought I was going to put Gladys Knight there. You know, that's what I was thinking about. But I think we're going to go the way we go on the list, okay? Going to keep it that way. Because, Gladys Knight, freedom for the daggum stallion. Everybody got freedom but us, you know. But, hey, that's what it's all about. You're listening to Classic Blues and R&B here on WVON 1690 AM.
A song for the weekend.
A song for weekend. Let the music move you while I groove you. Let my love come around and soothe you. Let the music move you while I groove you. Let my love come around and soothe you. Let this music get in your soul. Free yourself and let this music take control. Now let's go out on the dance floor. I'ma groove you, baby, until you can't take no more. The time is here and the time is now. Let's dance the night away and boogie on down. Let the music move you. Oh yeah, while I groove you. Let my love come around and soothe you. Make it feel real good. Move you while I groove you. Let my love come around and soothe you. Oh yeah, ooh yeah. I'ma make you feel real good. Oh yeah. Move your body, shake that thing. Grab your partner, twerk that thing. Let me see you twerk that thing. Moving, 'cause the night is young. Get your groove on, baby. Let's have some fun. Oh, Mr. DJ, keep this track pumping. 'Cause Black Diamond's in the house. We're gonna keep the party jumping. Oh, babe, you let my love come around and soothe you. Make you feel real good. While I
that's alright with me. As long as you make me feel good, honey. Your ugliness I'll never see. Hey, hey, hey. Rock me, honey. Baby, baby, rock me, honey. Oh, darling, I want you to rock me like my back ain't got no bones. I want you to rock me all night long. Rock me, baby. Woo-hoo. I want you to rock me, oh darling. Yeah, come on and do it to me. I want you to groove me, move me. I want you to rock me, love me all night long. Oh darling, all night long. Oh baby, you know what? All the pretty girls still say you're ugly, but I want them to know that's all right. I know something that they don't know. You got something that good and tight. Come on and rock me. Baby, come on and rock me, honey. Woo-hoo. I want you to rock me like my back ain't got no bones. I want you to rock me all night long. Rock me, baby. Uh-huh. I want you to rock me. Yeah, rock me, baby. Woo-hoo. Rock me, hey. Rock me early in the morning, late at night. I want you to rock me, hold me tight. Whoa, rock me. Rock me, baby. Come on and rock me. Oh, darling, rock my body. Oh, come rock my body. Oh, honey, all night long. Woo-hoo. All night long. Oh, darling, all night long. Oh, honey, all night long. Oh, honey, can we do it all night? Can we do it all night? Baby, can we do it all night? Can we do it all night? Ooh, can we do it all night? Can we do it all night? Am I hitting the right spots? Can we do it all night?
Too much heartache, Lord, too much pain. So much worry drive a man insane. See, I can't work and I can't eat. I keep on moving, staying on my feet. I gotta keep picking up
All right, you're listening to Classic Blues and R&B. Just my man right there you just heard was the one and only Mark Muleman Massey. One step ahead of the blues. I think many of us are. Roy C. Miss Ann, Roy C. Anyway, that Roy C. Rock Me All Night Long. That's a good one there by Roy C. It's classic, been around a while. But Roy be really laying it out on that one. Black Diamond, Groove You. I want to groove you a little bit there. See what you got. See if you can stand under the pressure. And if you can't, guess what? We're going to let you go. And Edwin Hawkins, of course, Oh Happy Days. Ray Charles opened up the program with every Saturday night, as he does every Saturday night here on Classic Blues and R&B. He kicks it off, he knocks it out, he comes in talking all of that smack, comes up with the great American menu. I want to say to my folks down there in the great state of Mississippi, the Magnolia State, they tell me they've been having some problems in Jackson there with the pipes bursting and all that stuff. So I hope everything turns out. School's been closed. I understand they closed the schools and all because the governor said, the health department said it was a health hazard. Folks, I'm going to tell you something. Now, y'all might not believe it. America is going out of business. It is something else. It's real strange how, I hope now that's one thing, that's what they should be working on in Washington, is the doggone infrastructure problem. We need infrastructure, folks. Forget about all this other mess, let's get some, some of these pipes and some of this other crap that's older than Gerald anyway. It's older than I am. Gerald and I put together. Now, we'd probably come up with about 100 years if we hook it together, Gerald. 100 plus years, So there's a lot of things that need to be dealt with, and the infrastructure is one of them, that we need to deal with. Because when I was a kid coming up, hell, it used to get chilly down there. We had snow from time to time. Pipes would freeze. But hell, we never missed this kind of days out of school dealing with it. But it's a hi to my man, the barber. I met some nice barbers today, on 63rd Street. Met Miss Pebbles, that's her name, over there at Deb's Furniture. I think his name is Trixvo, TRS. I'm not sure how they got some of these names. I don't know if it's Trey or not, but his name is the Barber. And he's over there with Miss Chanel over at its official barber shop over on 63rd. Nice folks. I was passing out some flyers today, Sam and I, and ran into some of these people. Found out, some nice folks out there trying to do something, folks. Everybody in the colored community is not wasting their time. They're not doing it. Some folks are really trying to keep it hooked up, trying to hook it up in the right way, So that's some of the stuff that's going on, Anyway, back to some more music here on Classic Blues. You ready to do it, my man? Brother Long John Silver. This is going out from Lady Martha Ramirez way down in El Paso, Texas. You're listening to Classic Blues and R&B. I want to say hi to Miss Florence down there in Memphis, Tennessee. I want to say hi to you down there. Hope you kind of warm down there. Because, hey, folks, in Chicago, we got, about almost 45, 50 degrees today. At least 45, right? I don't want to lie too much, It's all right to lie a little bit, but, you got to be a little factual. I don't want you saying that I didn't do it right. It's about 40-something degrees here today. Not that bad. I guess that's why you had so many ovaries out today, marching in Lincoln Park, what the hell, out in Grant Park, or wherever the hell they went. Federal Park. They went down to the Dirksen Center. I think that's where they went. All right, you're listening to Classic Blues and R&B here, folks, on WVON 1690 AM.
understand just what I mean. Now all through the week it's quiet as a mouse, but on Saturday night they go from house to house. You don't have to pay the usual admission if you're a cook or a waiter or a good musician. So if you happen to be just passing by, stop in at the Saturday night fish fry. It was rockin', it was rockin'. You never seen such scuffling and shuffling till the break of dawn. It was rockin', it was rockin'. You never seen such scuffling and shuffling till the break of dawn. Now my buddy and me was on the main stem, fooling around, just me and him. We decided we could use a little something to eat, so we went to a house on Rampart Street. We knocked on the door and it opened with ease, and a lush little miss said, "Come in, please." And before we could even bat an eye, we were right in the middle of a big fish fry. It was rockin', it was rockin'. You never seen such scuffling and shuffling till the break of dawn. It was rockin', it was rockin'. You never seen such scuffling and shuffling till the break of dawn. Now my buddy and me, we fell right in and we hollered, "Let the joy begin." Now we figured this was a good place to play, 'cause the party was already underway. But all of a sudden the lights went low and everybody made straight for the front door. Man, I was so scared I didn't know where to go. I stood right there, then I fell on the floor. It was rockin', it was rockin'. You never seen such scuffling and shuffling till the break of dawn. It was rockin', it was rockin'. You never seen such scuffling and shuffling till the break of dawn. Now the women was screaming and jumping and yelling, the bottles was flying and the fish was smelling, and way up above all the noise they made, somebody hollered, "Better get out of here, this is a raid." I didn't know we were breaking the law, but somebody reached over and hit me on the jaw. They had us blocked off from the front to the back, and they were putting them in the wagon like potato sacks. It was rockin', it was rockin'. You never seen such scuffling and shuffling till the break of dawn. It was rockin', it was rockin'. You never seen such scuffling and shuffling till the break of dawn. I knew I could get away if I had a chance, but I was shaking like I had the St. Vitus dance. Now I tried to crawl under a bathtub when the policeman said, "Where you going now, bub?" Now they got us out of there like a house of fire, put us all in that black Mariah. Now they might have missed a pitiful few, but they got both me and my buddy too. It was rockin', it was rockin'. You never seen such scuffling and shuffling till the break of dawn. It was rockin', it was rockin'. You never seen such scuffling and shuffling till the break of dawn. We headed for jail in a dazed condition. They booked each one of us on suspicion. Now my chick came down and went my bail and finally got me out of that rotten jail. Now, if you ever want to get a fist in your eye, just mention a Saturday night fish fry. I don't care how many fish in the sea, but don't ever mention a fish to me. It was rockin', it was rockin'. You never seen such scuffling and shuffling till the break of dawn. It was rockin', it was rockin'. You never seen such scuffling and shuffling till the break of dawn.
You're listening to Classic Blues and R&B. On the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
This world is what we make it every day. We can try to save it or throw it away. We've got the same dreams. We've got the same plans. We've got to raise our voices up for our fellow man. And when we open up our hearts, the light comes shining through. Human kindness flows from me and you. We're the same as one another wherever we are. Sisters and brothers under infinite stars. Children of mothers with babes in our arms. We've got the same eyes. We've got the same hands. We've got to cry for justice all over this land. And when we open up our hearts, the light comes shining through. Human kindness flows from me and you. When we open up our hearts, the light comes shining through. Human kindness flows and compassion grows. Only heaven knows how much good we can do. When we open up our hearts, the light comes shining through. Human kindness flows from me and you.
Them so-called friends, you better leave them alone. Them so-called friends, oh, they'll break up your home. Them same ones you see every day. Them same ones laughing in your face. Them so-called friends, you learn to leave them alone. Them so-called friends, oh, they're out to do you wrong. They're always coming around, talking about somebody else.
3.5 minutes.
Seem to know about your business, then you know yourself. All they want to do
It's
is
about 2 minutes left.
break up your home so they can stand back and laugh at you. When the one you love is gone, them so-called friends, I learned to leave them alone. Them so-called friends, oh, they broke up my home. Look all around you and you may see there's always someone you never even thought it would be. They'll throw and hide their hand, always out to get you any way they can. Them so-called friends, you better leave them alone. Them so-called friends, oh, they broke up my home. Them same ones you see every day. Them same ones laughing in your face. Them so-called friends, you better leave them alone. Them so-called friends, oh, they done me wrong. Let me tell you about them so-called friends right now. You better leave them alone. Yeah, listen, I was a preacher today. Listen, I built my church black song, so-called free. I know everybody know what I'm talking about. Listen, the same one that you can see every day coming around telling you about Bob, Mary, and Jane. But you know what? All he's trying to do is just trying to start something. You better look out for them so-called friends. You know what? And another thing about a so-called friend, they can always come to you when they need something. But when you go to them, they gonna say, honey, you should have come by here yesterday. You're a little late. But let me tell you something. Listen.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's my man there, Roscoe Robinson, so-called friends. And you also heard Marcia Ball and the Alligator Man. Humankind is out here on Classic Blues and R&B. You know, sometimes folks, you ask for some things, you don't know what you're doing. I'm looking at this women movement. I ain't even calling them women. I'm looking at this white women movement. Negroes are just out there. They don't know what they want. You know, they support everybody but themselves, you know. They want a sanctuary city for everybody but themselves. Well, hell, I want a sanctuary city for myself. Hell, I want my country to be a sanctuary for me. But anyway, coming up Friday, 26th there, Doc Payne and the Pain Relief Smooth Blues Band.
Wrap it up for me.
Okay, they'll be doing the thing. Then I talk to that later on. My man misled me on time. With classic, you're listening to Classic Blues and R&B on WVON.
The voice of the nation, 1690 WVON, Berwyn, Chicago.
From the streets to the polls, shut down standoff. I'm Barbara Cusack. The message for change at the polls resonated at marches across the U.S. on Saturday. Entertainer Whoopi Goldberg spoke at the Women's March in New York City.
The only way that we are going to make a change is if we commit to change. We have to decide that the people who represent us have to represent all of us. They cannot represent some of us. They must represent all of us.
Sunday, the Women's March hits Las Vegas with a Power to the Polls launch. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says lawmakers will vote Monday at 1 a.m. on a continuing resolution to reopen the government. Meanwhile, White House counselor Kellyanne Conway had a message for those casting blame on President Trump for the shutdown.
The President of the United States executes the laws. The Congress makes the laws. This is a spending bill. The continuing resolution is a spending bill. So the President stands ready to sign into law anything that is put on his desk that is reasonable and reopens the government.
Vice President Mike Pence kicked off a trip to the Middle East with a visit to Egypt, addressing the fight against terrorism and speaking at the Cairo airport.
The United States stands shoulder to shoulder with Egypt in their fight against terrorism in this country, and we will continue to collaborate with Egypt in taking the fight to terrorists across the region.
Later, Pence defended President Trump's move to declare Jerusalem the capital of Israel. The decision has touched off uneasiness among Arab nations on his first tour to the region. At least 5 civilians were killed, 6 others wounded after gunmen stormed the Intercontinental Hotel in Kabul, Afghanistan. After hours of fighting security forces, there's word that the gunmen have been killed. Rapper Fredo Santana died in Los Angeles at the age of 27. Authorities say an autopsy was pending for Santana, whose real name was Derek Coleman. I'm Barbara Cusack.
Does your basement or crawl space have damp, musty odors? Do you worry about indoor gases and pollutants? Everyday living generates moisture that can nourish mold and odors, even asthmatic triggers. Indoor pollutants linked to respiratory ailments, birth defects, and cancers can become trapped in your home. You can't buy health, but you can buy Wave's moisture control and air quality products. Wave Home Solutions for a dry, healthy home. Satisfaction guaranteed. Go to dryhome123.com. That's dryhome123.com.
Attention all authors. Page Publishing is looking for authors. Have you written a book and want to get it published? Page Publishing will get your book into bookstores and for sale online at Amazon, Apple iTunes, and other outlets. They handle all aspects of the publishing process for you. Printing, cover art, publicity, copyright, and editing. Call 800-501-3689 now for your free author submission kit. That's 800-501-3689 for your free author submission kit. Again, 800-501-3689.
Hello, this is Anthony Daniels Halisi, president of the Hills Franciscan High School. WVON family, working together with our black elected officials in 2017, we helped pass historic Illinois legislation that created a $75 million annual private school scholarship fund. As a result, this month, over 10,000 private school scholarships will be awarded to low and moderate income Illinois families for the first time. There are many high-quality public schools. However, local private schools like Hills Franciscan may better meet the unique needs and interests of a particular child. So we're calling again on the WVON family to tell elementary high school placement coordinators, youth program directors, and parents interested in private schools to stop by Hills Franciscan on January 20th, 2018 from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. to learn how to apply for scholarships with Empower Illinois. RSVP at 773-285-8400. Let's ensure our children meet the January 31st, 2018 application date so they receive their share of these 10,000 private school scholarships totaling $75 million.
WVON, proud to help.
Greetings, family. This is Salim Muwakil inviting you to fulfill the promise of your weekend by checking in with the most astute radio audience in America on Saturday nights from 7 to 10. The Salim Muwakil Show connects you to the concerns of the community, even as we stay up on planetary affairs. So make sure you put us on your weekend schedule, 7 to 10 on WVON 1690, the talk of Chicago.
Hello, I'm Melvin Massey. And I'm Howard Robertson, and we're excited that Riffin' on Jazz is here in Chicago.
As Riffin' on Jazz is your weekly visit with friends, talking about jazz, the music that we love.
We're here on 1690 WVON, taking a deep dive into the jazz music and the jazz artists that you love every weekend.
Riffin' on Jazz, Saturday nights, 10 p.m., exclusively here on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
Live from the Xfinity Studios at WVON. We're your original social media. You're listening to Night Blues with Sir Henry Cheatham on 1690, the talk of Chicago.
All right, good Sunday morning to you folks. Welcome to the Classic Blues Juke Joint here on a Sunday morning. We started this journey last night. The old Express took off, and we're still riding here. So far, everything is going pretty good. We had a rough turbulence. Hey, we had a rough turbulence, but otherwise everything is riding pretty good. The old conductor over there, he's doing all right. We're streaming live at WVON.com. We also, iHeartRadio, and we're up and running on Ustream TV. You know, you can see a lot of good-looking chocolate over there. You know, just stay back now. I don't want no marshmallows out there. Just look good. And I'm good. We're here every Saturday night doing our thing. You know, from 11 p.m. until 2 a.m. We take off, the old train take off, the Express shootout every Saturday night. And we do our thing. Hope you are able to join us each and every week. Ron and Rochelle, I want to say hi to you again. I know you're out there checking me out. You know, how much you went to sleep on me last time. I'm waking you up now. Yeah. We want you to get social by going to Facebook.com/WVON1690. Follow us on Twitter at WVON1690. And on Instagram at WVON1690. You can always text 88474 to WVON and get all of our alerts and everything else. You can reach us in the studio at 773-591-1690. That's 773-591 or 1690. And Classic Blues wants you to like our page at Classic Blues and R&B. Follow us on Twitter at WVON Henry. And subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/HenryCB6175. That's 6175. HenryCB6175. Subscribe to us, and we put our programs up, and you can take them wherever you want to. You don't have to be bootlegging them. They're there. Just download them. Take them with you wherever you want to go, and enjoy them. Comment on them. I got a interview with Tyrone, the late Tyrone Davis, and I'm telling you, as this one guy, he took the devil out of me. He got on a young guy by the name of Wayne Williams, who's, I don't know if he's still with Jive Records or not. He signed R. Kelly, and so he was there, and Sam Chapman over at the East of the Rhine, and they was talking. And he was talking a record deal. Tyrone wanted a record deal. And, man, they started like that to Wayne Williams. Sitting there chewing that gum. they were pretty, a couple of people pretty hard at him, thought that he was not giving Tyrone his due respect, Tyrone, one of the great ones. Hey, don't forget, pull me a Tyrone out too, and it's better, I'm going to come over there and select it, because I know you get some more garbage out of there. I want a good Tyrone, I want one that Tyrone used to have the ladies jumping up about. I find it in a minute. Yeah. Anyway, I also want to talk about the pain. Yeah, Doc. Yeah, that's what I was going to talk about before the break. Yeah, the Doc Payne. The Doc Payne, what the hell we call it, the Pain Relief Smooth Blues Band. They're putting on a benefit for Puerto Rico, for the Puerto Rican Disaster Relief Fund, and the Chicago Women and Children's Shelter, and the Blues Kids Foundation. And it will be Friday, this coming Friday, the 26th of January, 7 p.m. to midnight. And over at the Motor Row Brewing, 2337 South Michigan Avenue. So get out there and support Doc Payne and the blues. Yeah, Doc Payne, he be doing it. He's at the Blues Foundation Award, Blues Award down in Memphis tonight. So if I had known, I would have had him to give me a shout in, and all that. I forgot all about that, but congratulations to the winners who would be. I'm pretty sure Doc will let me know who they all are. So I may get a posting before the night is out, or sometime, between now and Monday or whenever it ends. Find out who the winners are. I understand Eddie Cotton, little Jemiah Rogers is down there. They're all down there doing their thing. A lot of folks show up for it down there. But the Big Shot hasn't shown up for it. I think the Big Shot may show up next year. That's me, man. I'm the Big Shot, okay? You want to go with me, right? You want me to take you with me? You want to go down there with me?
Yes, sir, I do.
Oh, you can't. Well, you'll have your baby. Well, maybe that might be a good trip for you. Your baby will be born by then. So, yeah, okay. All right, y'all, I want to let y'all know he is a new father.
Father to be.
Yeah, well, I mean, the baby's here. I mean, the baby has been made. Whether it has come out the way it should or not, it's already, the seed been planted. Yeah. All right, we're gonna get back to some more music here on Classic Blues and R&B, folks. Hope you're enjoying our program as we try to do our thing every Saturday night, and we also do some things through the week too. But most Saturday night is the night we come up in here and we take over the mic and we rock this town. We rock the universe, the whole planet, wherever you are. All right, here we go. Miss UV Hayes here. I Got to Let You Go on Classic Blues and R&B on WVON 1690 AM.
Tyrone Davis, I was thinking, where are you, lady?
How would you feel if you woke up every day feeling lonely deep inside, with tears running down your face. Oh, babe. If you had to paint a smile on your face, paint a smile just like a clown. But my smile is upside down. That's how you make me feel. I said that's how you make me feel. Deep inside, I gotta let you go. I gotta let you go. I don't want you no more. You hurt me for the last time. I gotta let you go. I don't want you no more. Listen, baby. How would you feel if I stayed out all night long? Ooh, baby. Sneaking and creeping all over town. Would that be cool with you? Oh, baby. How would you feel if everybody knew that I found me another fool? But you didn't even have a clue. That's how you make me feel. I said that's how you make me feel. Deep inside, I gotta let you go. I gotta let you go. I don't want you no more. You hurt me for the last. I gotta let you go. You hurt me for the last. I don't want you no more. I gotta leave you, baby. I gotta let you go. I don't want you no more. I packed all your bags. I gotta let you yes, go. I did. I don't want you no more. I put them in the trunk. I gotta let you go. Yeah, babe. I don't want you no more. The trunk of the hoop. I gotta let you go. The hoop that you drove. I don't want you no more. I said that's how you make me feel. Oh, babe. I said that's how you make me feel. I don't want you no more. I gotta let you go. Oh, I don't want you no more. I gotta leave you for health reasons, baby. I don't want you no more. 'Cause you make me lose my mind. Oh, I don't want you no more. You make me lose control. I gotta let you go. I don't want you no more. Ain't no telling what I might do if I lose control. Oh, I don't want you no more. You can just creep. I gotta let you go. Oh, I don't want you no more. I don't want you no more, baby. Oh, I don't want you no more. I gotta let you go. I don't want you no more.
A song for the weekend. A song for the weekend.
You know, as I look back into the past, I can only think of a sweet, sweet lady. And now I realize the little things that go unnoticed when you're with someone. They are the very things that hurts the most when they are gone. You know, sometimes one mistake in a man's life can mean a lifetime of sadness. Are you with me? But I'm not complaining. I'm just explaining. Because the little girl was everything that any man could want to have in a woman. Sitting in my world of loneliness. Oh, as I look back into the past, I'm thinking of a little girl who once loved me. I was too big a fool to make it last. Now I'm living in a world of sadness, where there's never no happiness. Sometime I feel if my world would end tomorrow, it would relieve me of all my sorrows, lady. Where are you, lady? I'm calling on you, lady. Where are you, lady? I wanna know, where are you now? Oh, how I remember when I sent you to West Virginia. How was I to know it would hurt me so, and I would be the one to surrender? Oh, I'll never, never, never forget when I took you to the train station. I can still hear your trembling voice saying, you said, darling, 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 please don't end this relation, but lady, oh lady, I wanna know, where are you now? Sweet, sweet lady. Where are you? I wanna know, where are you now? I have flashbacks of all the good times we had then. I suddenly realized what a fool I've been. Sweet, sweet lady. Girl, I dream of you night after night after night. When the morning comes, you vanish out of sight. Sweet, sweet lady, I wanna know, where are you? Would you call me on the telephone? Send me a postcard, lady. Sweet, sweet lady, lady. I just wanna know, where are you now? Could you send me a telegram? Sweet lady, I'm calling on you, lady. I just wanna know, where are you? Sweet lady, where are you, lady? Where are you, lady? Where are you, lady? I wanna know, where are you right now? Sweet lady, lady. Where are you, lady? Where are you right now? Sweet lady, lady. Where are you, lady?
This is Sam Cockrell from Chicago, and I'm hanging out with my good friend Sir Henry Cheatham, playing the blues, classic blues for you here at WVON 1690 on the AM dial.
that something's been going on. But didn't want to believe that you were stepping out of me. But the signs were there. I just closed my eyes. I didn't want to see the truth. I didn't want to see the truth. I'm broken hearted. Girl, you know you really, really hurt me. You know you did, baby. Woo! Something's been going on, but I didn't want to believe that you were stepping out on me. But the signs were there. I just closed my eyes. I didn't want to see the truth. I didn't want to see the truth. I'm broken hearted. Girl, you know you really hurt me. You know you did, baby. I got to go somewhere. I need to clear my head. 'Cause I just found out that my baby's been doing me wrong. And I just can't stand the pain. Just can't stand the pain. I'm broken hearted. Girl, you know you really hurt me. You know you did, baby. I'm gonna have to put you down. Don't want you around. I'm broken hearted. Girl, you know you really hurt me. You know you did, baby. Cause I just found out that my baby's been doing me wrong. I'm broken hearted. Girl, you know you really hurt me. You know you did, baby. Girl, you know you hurt me. Girl, you know you hurt me. You broke my heart. You made me cry. I'm broken hearted. Girl, you know you really, really hurt me. You know you did, baby.
All right, that's my man Sam Cockrell and the Sam Cockrell band there. Saying, good. I mean, you know, he's in bad shape. He's been stepping out, and all of a sudden he gonna, you know, he got, girl, you really hurt me this time, you know. Well, you know, and of course, ahead of that was Tyrone Davis. Where are you, lady? You know, he was got rid of it, and all of a sudden, hey, he wanted her back. And UV Hayes said that I gotta let you go. Speaking of Sam Cockrell, and the Sam Cockrell Brothers of the Ghetto Band will be at the Taste Entertainment Center coming up on the 27th, Saturday night, at Taste Entertainment Center, 6331 South Low Avenue. On the show will be Herman Finkley, Sir Duke, Miss Munchie, Mr. Dion, and D-Man, the comedian. Of course, yours truly would be the MC for the event coming up on the 27th. So come on out and support me if you don't support the rest of them. All right, come on out. Tickets only $10. Yeah, $10, $15 at the door. If you go up there and tell them that I told you about it, then hey, they may take it off. You know, the Morphy Point Marine Association. I want you guys to come on and get involved with them. Speaking of Sam, they were there last night at the Morphy Point. People seem to receive them quite well. The Brothers of the Ghetto Band. Sam has a couple of bands that he heads, that he's the front man on. Morphy Point is located at 7011 South Vincennes Avenue here in Chicago, Illinois. The phone number there is 773-873-6600. That's 773-873-6600. And the lady veterans want you ladies to get involved with them. The National Women Veterans United want you to get involved with them. They're located at 7907 South Racine Avenue in Chicago here. And their phone number is 872-731-2150. 872-731-2150. And the website is nwvu.org. Email is ladyvets2@yahoo.com. So support your veteran organization, folks. You know, hell, we continue to serve. You know, some of us, you know, with the women out here trying to get rid of them. What they gonna do? They gonna go they gonna go and raise a bunch of hell. Huh? You know, when I look at this thing, I said, these chicks are heading down the road where we went with the civil rights, you know, and integration and all that crap. You know, you lost more than you gained. So now you're going to have to take care of me. And women got to be very careful. Because now, you know, these transgender, I was looking at this thing with, what the hell is it, Genuine, I think it was named, one of those guys in England. And the guy going to say that he was against transgenders because he said, no, I'm not looking for no transgender. No, I don't want to kiss him. You know. And ladies, you know, you're going through too much in order to allow these guys, these girls to be called men. I mean, women, you know, men who were men. And all of a sudden you're going to call them women. Bradley Manning is not a lady. He is not. Bradley Manning is a transgender, if you want to use that term, but he's not a lady. He cannot have a baby. He does not have the original uterus. You know, it's like me. I got two. Y'all want them, but you can't get them. You can play with them, but I don't want you taking them away from me. You know, cutting them off. None of that crap. You know. So you lady, yeah, you got to be careful, lady. Like Condoleezza Rice was saying, you know, this thing has gone to a point where I think a lot of colored women kind of disagree with some of that mess. That's a good thing, but you got those other colored women out there who want to, they'll do anything. Kind of Lisa say, you can become a snowflake. And men really, if we go inside, we don't want to be bothered with you. All of a sudden, why can't we come in there? Well, because you went into our locker room. Women has no business in there, but all of a sudden, you were able to go in there. Anything I do now, you want to act like it's something wrong with it. We got people going through here, folks. Let me tell you something. These people out here pushing a lot of this crap, the population control and all that. These are the same folks who want global warming. These are the same folks who want to, the Bloombergs and all who want to control the population, And let me tell you another reason why. I am an American. I am a bona fide U.S.-born Negro American. And let me tell you something. Americans need to wake up, because if you don't, folks, I tell you what, we will be driven to the reservations just like the Native Americans are. And this is not about bigotry. I was looking at, I get to thinking, this is a little while back, when the Olympics comes, what do you see them do? Now, they come here, get an education. Some of them become the so-called dual citizenship. But yet, at the time of the Olympics, well, I'm going to Nigeria. I'm going to Mexico. I'm going to Canada. Well, wait a minute. What the hell are you doing here? Why in the hell don't you go and stay? That's my position on it. I mean, if you want to get in the Olympics, why not run, represent us? This is a country that you supposedly sworn your allegiance to. Look like you got something to say. And don't be too loud on me.
Okay. So when you have a white supremacist as president, what do you want people to do?
Well, we don't have a white supremacist as president.
Yes, we do.
Let me explain something. You know what President Trump does, and most Negroes don't even what. You know what President Trump does?
Talk mess all day and let his.
Let me tell you. Hold on a minute.
Don't talk
over. Don't talk over me.
I'll do his work for him.
I won't talk over you. If you watch President Trump, okay, listen to me good. The first thing he does, in many of his situations, he gives the old Black Power salute. Okay, I was thinking about this. I said, President Trump might be a brother masquerading. He likes chicken, And I wonder if he likes watermelon. If you hear him talking about him liking watermelon, then how can you reject the brother's car?
You really bought his tribute to Martin Luther King? Seriously?
Do what now? He's the president. He did it, so what? I mean, first of all, he can't do anything right for some Negroes. What he does, okay, he's the president. He got, 2 more years, 3 more years, whatever. That's what he is. I don't, he don't upset me. He don't upset me, man.
He don't upset me neither, but yeah, he does. I know what he is.
Yeah, well, I don't think he's a racist. That I don't know the man. It's like the one thing this president. I don't know if you were paying any attention. President Bush, to call a man a racist or a bigot, that's a pretty strong statement. You need to be sure about that. When Kanye West called President Bush, whom I never thought was a bigot or racist, I never thought that. But when he called him that really, got upset the president, and rightly so, because if you're not that, why in the hell, somebody, you can easily call anyone anything, but that'll make it be so.
Bush is not a racist. Bush was an idiot.
Okay. All right. Anyway, let's get back to some more music. I know Obama is the only great president ever been here. But anyway, for the 2 times, but let me tell you something, Obama, I got a problem with him, okay?
I like Clinton too, he lied.
Huh?
I like Clinton too, he lied.
Yeah, well, I'm going to tell you, I got a problem with the president. We're going to get back to music here. Blagojevich has no business being in jail. But anyway, you're listening to classic blues. As you know, he has no business. Governor Ryan didn't either. But what did President Obama is a part of the reason why he's there. Durbin. I have no use for Durbin. They're going to try to ostracize Senator Roland Burris. Give me a break. The governor had every right to do it. All right, folks, you look back to some more music. I think my blood pressure is getting ready to get up because I'm getting ready to get serious now.
It's too early in the morning for that.
All
Don't
right.
let it get to you.
All right, then let me get back to some music. Soothes this my nerve. You're listening to classic blues and R&B here on WVON 1690 AM.
Hey Blues fans, it's Joe Louis Walker here. Thanks for listening. Keep it there for more great blues.
WVON makes the week go fast, makes the weekend last and last. WVON.
A smile on your face, but not in your eyes. You're looking through me. You don't feel it inside. And I say, right on, baby. Right on, baby. Right on, baby. Right on, baby. I could be your face out from an FBI file. You may look pretty, but I can't say the same for your mind. You walk up to me and try to look shy. The red round your eyes say that you ain't a child. And I say, right on, baby. Right on, baby. Right on, baby. Right on, baby. I see your face in a trashy magazine. You know where you're going. I don't like the places you've been. Love it a bit and give it a try. If I'm not impressed, and you can still cry. And I say, right on, baby. Right on, baby. Right on, baby. Right on, baby. By the time you're 30, gonna look 65. You won't look pretty, and your friends will kiss you goodbye. Right on, baby. 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 Right on, baby.
You're listening to Sir Henry Cheatham on classic blues and R&B.
Your telephone's ringing. Ain't nobody home. Baby, I'm sorry.
Ooh.
This is classic blues and R&B.
I came on this morning, oh, what a shock. When I found out my key no longer fit my lock, she said, oh, baby, you can go back where you've been. Oh, Lord, she said, you've been stepping out. Someone else is stepping in. I was a fool you've been counting on, the one that you could call when no one else was at home. Oh, baby, remember how you treated me then, so mean. She said you've been stepping out, someone else is stepping in. Cry your heart out, you won't get through to me. I'm a brand new woman, everybody can see. New way of walking, long overdue. My broken heart is bending, finally over you. She said I got a new way of wearing my hair, smile on my face, you didn't put it there, oh baby. She said I got myself a brand new friend, and it's your best friend. She said you've been stepping out, someone else is stepping in.
Top of the hour coming up.
You won't get through to me. I'm a brand new woman, everybody can see. The way I'm walking, long overdue. My broken heart is mending, fairly over you. She said I got a new way of wearing my hair, smile on my face, you didn't put it there, oh baby. She said I got myself a brand new friend, and it's your best friend. She said you've been stepping out, someone else is stepping, 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 stepping on in it, baby. Stepping deep in it, baby. I'm tired of you doing me wrong. Step into a brand new song. Oh Lord, she said you've been stepping out, your best friend is stepping in. I'm tired of you doing me wrong. Stepping deep in it, baby. I'm dancing to a brand new song. You stayed gone too long. She said you've been stepping out, someone else is stepping in. How you doing?
Brand new rendition there by Jimmy D. Scott out of Detroit, I think that's what someone told me. Stepping out and stepping in. That was done by the great Z.Z. Hill. You know, he did it, and this guy has done a pretty good job on it. It's not bad, young man. You also heard the Dogtown Blues Band with Miss Barbara Mason. Johnny Taylor, what good is a man without a woman? So, you know, and what good is a woman without a man? Yes, yes, yes. So y'all can protest all you want to, but you know you want us just as bad as we want you. That's the truth. We look good to you, you know that. Yeah, so. And you also heard Joe Louis Walker, Ride On Baby, all here on Classic Blues and R&B. We're going to the top of the hour here. We'll be back with some more great American music. Blues here, rhythm and blues, classic blues, and all that good stuff. We'll have more of it coming to you and right after the top of the hour. You know, we're coming up at you, you know, with more of that, you know. So, you know, when you get to talking about the social issues and all that stuff that's going on around here, folks, you know, got to think a little bit. You know, don't fall into the okie-doke. You know, just because a man or woman says so don't mean that it is, you know. You know who you are. And you know what you are. You know, so, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing, you know, to be able to do that, know who and what you are. Rochelle, I hope you and Ron still, I know Ron going to sleep, Rochelle. I know you're still checking me out, right? He probably over there snoring at 1 o'clock. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for listening. Thank again, Miss Ann, for listening, too. I know you're checking us out there. You know, I told you, I'm going to become a part of that great society of the brotherhood, you know. We're going to do our thing. Because since y'all want to, you know, get away from us, some of you chicks, you know. I'm so glad I was born. I'm a damn baby boomer. When women were women and men were men. You know, Bridget Bardot was talking about it as well, you know, say, hey, she enjoyed it. Most ladies do, you know, but these, I don't know what y'all got, man, what these chicks are all about today, you know. But anyway, folks, we're going to the top of the hour. We'll be back for the final hour here after on the Classic Blues and R&B here on WVON 1690 AM.
The talk of Chicago and the voice of the nation. 1690 WVON, Berwyn, Chicago.
Political push and shove, marchers' message. I'm Barbara Cusack. Lawmakers were busy playing the blame game after the government shutdown due to a dispute over a funding measure. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer and Majority Leader Mitch McConnell remain at odds.
If they continue to object, we cannot proceed to a cloture vote until 1 a.m. on Monday, but I assure you we will have the vote at 1 a.m. on Monday unless there's a desire to have it sooner.
At stake, the latest offer of a 3-week funding extension and time allotted to get the immigration dreamers issues that have prompted the shutdown. Schumer.
We will not be bullied. The most important point is this. The Republicans control the White House, the Senate, the House.
Bob Costantini, Washington.
Demonstrators from Los Angeles to New York marched in support of female empowerment. Our Gary Cohen reports marchers took their message to Palm Beach, Florida, home to President Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate.
Deliver a message on this first anniversary. The belief that the country has become more divided than united in the first year of his presidency.
The Santa Barbara County Sheriff's Office found the body of a 28-year-old woman Saturday who had been missing since recent mudslides struck Southern California. The mudslides killed at least 21 people. 2 people are still missing. Correspondent Evan Perez reports Republicans on the House Intelligence Committee are thinking about using an obscure committee rule to bypass the executive branch's declassification process to release a classified memo on alleged surveillance abuses.
What they say this four-page memo shows is abuse of the surveillance law by the FBI, by the people who are doing this investigation into Trump-Russia connections. And they say that they want to release this. It's never been done in the 40-year history of this committee, basically bypassing the federal agencies that govern this classified information.
And the memo is said to be part of the committee's Russia investigation. I'm Barbara Cusack.
Hello, I'd like to deposit this to checking. Fate is a fickle man.
Since you're sure on the list, I added a few songs.
Okay, and what's my account balance?
The horizon is cloudy. I see a long, treacherous voyage filled with great peril.
Look, can I just get a deposit slip or something?
A fortune bank teller. Surprising. What's not surprising? How much you could save by switching to Geico.
I see a yellow-eyed serpent and a low APR.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Are you behind on your federal student loan payments? You may qualify to have your entire student loan forgiven with one free call. That's right, if you're a teacher, police officer, firefighter, or work for a nonprofit, federal programs are still available to have your entire student loan forgiven. Student Loan Options wants to give you free information on all the programs that can help. Call now, 800-374-0311, 800-374-0311, 800-374-0311.
This message sponsored by the radio broadcasters of Chicagoland.
Hi, I'm Roy Spencer, president and owner of Permaseal Basement Systems. Our mission at Permaseal is very simple. We want to make the world a better place. Our basic philosophy when it comes to marketing and advertising is we want to be as efficient with those dollars as we are with our labor and material. Our advertising has to pay off. I've always loved radio. We've been on it for over 30 years, and the reasons really haven't changed. I mean, first of all, we're in Chicago. There's always traffic, so we're almost assured of a captive audience on most days. But more importantly, the real reason I really love radio is the intimacy. Listeners develop an affinity for the stations and the personalities, and in turn, even the advertisers on their stations. The best thing about radio is its variety. I mean, we can target different demographics, change the message, and so it's a tremendous flexible medium, and it's consistent. It's always there. It's just proven to be a very sound staple for our advertising.
When results matter, radio works.
Life and love. With Dr. Carla and Dr. Dan.
Like you all, having this show, the good energy that you puts out, it's amazing how that spreads.
Life and Love with Dr. Carla and Dr. Dan. Friday evening at 6. Only on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
This is Reverend Dr. Otis Moss III at Trinity United Church of Christ, located at 400 West 95th Street on the south side of Chicago. We invite you to worship here at Trinity United Church of Christ. We have 3 worship services, 7:30 a.m., 11 a.m., and 6 p.m. Or join us on WVON during our broadcast every Sunday at 6 p.m. WVON.
This is why you work so hard to pay the mortgage. Because home is more than 4 walls and a roof. It's that porch swing on a summer night. It's pajamas with feet and everybody over for Sunday dinner. And that old stuffed chair in the living room you just can't get rid of. This is why you work a second job. This is why you learn to fix things yourself, so you could save on repairs. Because home is your place, your memories, your family sleeping in their own beds at night. And that is why we want to help. We are making home affordable, a free government resource that can make paying the mortgage easier. And now even more options are available. Call 888-995-HOPE today. That's 888-995-HOPE. Or visit makinghomeaffordable.gov.
Good night, Mama.
This is why. Brought to you by the U.S. Treasury, HUD, and the Ad Council.
Hi, this is Terry Crews, actor, former football player, game show host, father of 5, and all-around big dude. I'm also an expert on drama. I know all kinds of drama. There's the good kind that comes with having a house full of kids. There's the bad kind, like season-ending injuries. There's the necessary kind, like having an agent in Hollywood. And there's silly drama, like the drama around my percolating pectorals. And then there's the drama you can skip.
Skip the drama that comes with not having your high school diploma or equivalency. Find free adult education classes near you and finish your high school diploma. Visit finishyourdiploma.org.
Or text diploma to 97779. Message and data rates may apply. Reply STOP to opt out. That's diploma to 97779. And leave the drama to actors like me.
Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Live from the Xfinity Studios at WVON. We're your original social media. You're listening to Night Blues with Sir Henry Cheatham on 1690, The Talk of Chicago.
All right, as we get ready to wind up and head home on another great show, great weekend. You know, Sir Henry Cheatham here, along with Gerald, on the other side, doing our thing here on classic blues and R&B. And we're glad that you could join us to be with us last night and this morning. You know, we get you kicked off at church, and we bring you out of the juke joint at night. Lord have mercy, we do our thing. We're streaming live at WVON.com and iHeartRadio. You know, up on Ustream, we're doing our thing. WVON wants you to like us on Facebook. Going to Facebook.com/WVON1690. Want to follow us on Twitter at WVON1690. Follow us on Instagram at WVON1690. See the pictures and all that they put up. You can always text WVON to 88474. And you can always reach us in the studio by calling 773-591-1690. And, you know, Gerald loves to talk, so you can call and talk with him, you know. He'll be glad to hear you. He'll be glad for you to talk to him because he don't want to talk to me. He says he's upset at me, but that's okay. That's all right. I'm upset at him too, so that's the thing. You know, it's like the women that's upset at us, but hell, we love them. Hey. Classic Blues, we want you to like us on Facebook at Classic Blues and R&B. We also want you to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/HenryCB6175. That's HenryCB61775. And follow us on Twitter at WVON Henry. When you go to YouTube and subscribe to our channel, you know, you can download these programs, you know, all of the good stuff, you know, all of the great stuff that I say about our country. Whether it's a toilet or not, it's still mine, you know, so going out there and check us out. Be kind to us and listen to us, you know. The president came out with his list of fake journalists. He's absolutely right about it. Paul Krugman ain't nothing but a piece of crap. I mean, you'd be surprised, folks. You know, I never had too much. In fact, I don't think I ever had any real respect for the New York Times, you know. Hell, people talk about the Tribune and the L.A. Times, but hey, those are good newspapers. Washington Post, those were good newspapers. Wall Street Journal was a great newspaper. We used to have some good newspapers here. San Francisco Chronicle, good newspaper. Intelligence out of Washington. Seattle Times, that was a good newspaper, you know. Of course, Chicago Defender was a great newspaper. Johnson Publishing Company, hey, great news sources. You know, hell, Johnson covered the black world for almost 75 years, man. I knew a couple of guys. The Ozir Muhammad, photographer, that was there. Earl Smith, classmate of mine. Both of these are classmates of mine. Was the editor over at Johnson. And, of course, Vandell Cobb. This guy was Brent Jones. These guys were all, you know, they're still around. First-class photographers. Ozir has won a couple of Pulitzers for the New York Times there. He's still out in New York. His son is head of the museum, I think, out there in New York. I can't think of the name of it right now. But you know the new museum I'm talking about is a museum with a lot of black history to it. Escapes me right now off the top of my head. Anyway, that's where it was. Right now, it's hard to find a great journal. I am an RT person. I watch RT religiously and to see how much red they have on the screen. If they got a whole bunch of red, I said, what the hell is going on? You know, had to find out quick. All right, back to some more music here on Classic Blues and R&B. All right, you ready to hit it, young man? All right, then hit it hard and heavy. You're listening to the Classic Blues and R&B here on WVON 1690 AM.
Hey, blues fans, it's Joe Louis Walker here. Thanks for listening. Keep it there for more great blues.
Ostrich, my head in the sand. I don't want to see, I'm not your only man. You don't always know when love begins. I don't want to know when this one ends. I keep telling myself, gotta be strong. I don't want to hear you saying so long. say, 'cause I'm gonna love you anyway. But this so-called friends, girl, they tryna stop us before we begin. Oh, you so-called friends, girl, they don't wanna see us together. No, 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 no. Ooh, girl. Oh, yeah. See, baby, we took all we could allow, but ain't nothing gonna stop us. Ain't nothing gonna stop us now. The ifs, the ands, and the buts. I don't give a damn who says what. I love growing stronger day by day. Ain't nobody, girl, ain't nobody gonna take a love away but the so-called friends, girl. Trying to stop us before. See, they don't wanna see us together. No, 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 no. See, misery, love, company, girl. That's what I'm trying to talk to you about, the friends, girl. Hey, all you lovers, I have some advice for you. Loving two or more just ain't easy to do. I broke too many hearts, hell, even broke my own. When you start to care, you have to leave that game alone. If it lasts a day, or if it lasts a year, sometimes you're better off now. When your roster's clear, I'm tired of this drama. Declare that I'm through. You might not agree, so do what you do. I won't be committed now, another love crime. All I can afford to love is one at a time. Listen here. If I could, I would plant myself and grow a whole lot of me. Change my name from Cotton to Mr. Satisfaction Guarantee. I gave it my best. I declare try, but it's hard enough to keep one satisfied. I'm tired of this drama, yeah. Declare that I'm through. You may not agree, so love is one at a time.
Hey Chicago, this is Ernie Isley of the Isley Brothers, and you're listening to Sir Henry on Classic Blues.
She's by my side. The way she gives good loving, oh, I lose my sweet thing. Honey pie, you've been so good to me, baby. I will never, ever, ever leave your side. You ain't got to worry. I got your back. she been good to me. Ooh, she been good. She's been good. Oh, she been good to me, y'all. She been good. She's been good. My baby. Oh, she been good to me.
All right, there you go. Sexy, sounds sexy. Kind of look kind of nice too. You know, she's a friend of my niece's down there out of Atlanta. Say what it's so. See, she likes us. She likes me. She like it like that. I like it. You know, that guy over there, handsome guy. Thank God. Thank you, darling. Appreciate that. You heard J.R. Blue. She's been good. Eddie Cotton, One at a Time. Miss Ann, that's one out for you. I can only have one lady at a time, but I'm still going to join that organization of them brothers of the polygamy organization, whatever they call themselves. Theo Huff, so-called friends, Lowell Fulson, and Lowell Fulson Jump. All here on Classic Blues and R&B as we continue here on this Sunday morning. As we get ready to wind down for another great Saturday night, Sunday morning of Classic Blues and R&B as we move through. You know, it's very fashionable to be on the popular side. It's very unfashionable to disagree with folks, not just for to be disagreeable, but because you don't see it as they see it. You know, they get a little upset and think that you don't have to sing by that. You're not in that choir. You're listening to Classic Blues and R&B here on WVON 1690 AM. Yeah.
Yet I wanna go to Gainesville, water's all over town. Yes, I want to go to Gainesville, water's all over town. The police on the corner, they don't want nobody hanging around. Girl I love, she got washed away. Girl I love, she got washed away. Well, since she been gone, I don't have no place to stay. You know I love my baby, I wonder where can she be? Yes, I love my baby, I wonder where can she be? You know the birds and the bees sang a little blues for me. pleasant, even the moon and the stars above. Even the moon and the stars above.
This is classic blues and R&B music with a feeling.
Is the sole thing that I'm after. I'll make her melody my life. She came to me when I knew I'd lost the meaning. Lifted the shadow from across my way. She touched my heart with the sweet song she was singing. Brought back the sun into my day. Girl turns my tears with a single sigh. She taught me love, and through love we both learned sharing. Right now she's every reason why. She is my lady.
Spend your Saturday nights right here on Classic Blues and R&B with Sir Henry Cheatham.
On the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
You know the time have come. Oh, for me to hit the road again. I got a little red rooster, too lazy to crow for day. I got a little red rooster, too lazy to crow for day. He keeps everything in the barnyard upset in every way. The dogs begin to bark, the hounds begin to howl. The dogs begin to bark, the hounds begin to howl. Watch out, all you kinfolk, my little red rooster's on the prowl. I tell you that he keeps all the hens fighting among themselves. Keeps all the hens fighting among themselves. He don't want no hen in the barnyard laying eggs for nobody else. Send him home. Said if you see my red rooster, send him home. I ain't had no peace in the barnyard since my red rooster been gone.
1 minute before you go in.
She stays on my mind. Bellbody, my sweet woman, you know she stays on my mind. If I can't find that woman, I'm gonna sit down and drink my wine.
All right, folks, we're gonna wrapping it up here for another week on Classic Blues and R&B. I want to thank you for joining us. Those of you who stuck with us all the way, hey, thank you. Appreciate that. Don't forget our chat daddy Sims is on here on Monday. Join him for the Monday night edition of Real Talk Real People. January is the National Mentorship Month. Chat Daddy welcomes to the show. The creative forces behind I Am a Gentleman, Inc., whose sole mission is to cultivate our young men into perfect gentlemen. Plus, best-selling author and parenting expert Eric Craig shares valuable tips on having those uncomfortable conversations with your teen. All this and so much more at 6 o'clock on Monday on your favorite happy hour on the radio. All right. Well, it's time for us to get ready to get out of here. And don't forget to join me next Saturday night over at the Taste Entertainment Center, where I'll be emceeing. And with Sam Carpenter and the Brothers of the Ghetto, Herman Finkley, Sir Duke, Miss Munchie, and Mr. Dion, and D-Man, the comedian. So join us over there, folks. Let's have a good time over there. Somebody asked me about, I said, yeah, well, hell, they bring them there. Let us do it. Just, you heard Sam Cooke. You heard the Howlin' Wolf, Highway 49. You heard Donna Hathaway. She's my lady. Yes, 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 she is. Folks, as we always say as we're getting out of here, his ignorance is the most costly crop that any community can produce, folks, and we need to do something about it. Mr. Edward J. Williams said that. 2018 is 100 years. Yes, yes. 25 years in the black bottom. And you read him and you find out what he was talking about. May God bless and keep all of you all. Until next week, thank you very much for listening.
The talk of Chicago and the voice of the nation. 1690 WVON, Berwyn, Chicago.
Send them into action. Shut down face-off. I'm Barbara Cusack.